boys and girls. Mrs. Hanson here. So, we are going to start with reading one of our new books for this week. It is called The Little Engine That Could, and it is by Watty Piper with new art by Lauren Long. So, with new art means that it was illustrated before by another illustrator, and then a new illustrator, Lauren Long, came and made new pictures for the story. So I'm going to go over some vocabulary words and then I'll start reading the story. So our first word is the word bellowed. It's said in a loud, deep voice. So if someone bellowed, they might be talking loud and deep. Sorry, sentence, but the strong engine bellowed, I am a freight engine. The next word is dingy, which is dull or not shiny. So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. Our next word, rumbled, made a deep rolling sound. So rumbled might be like rumbling thunder. The little train rumbled over the tracks. Our next word, valley, low land between two mountains. So if you have two mountains and it kind of dips down and it's kind of flat, that's called a valley. Down in the valley lay the city. The next one is waiters, people who serve food in restaurants. My train had a dining car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat. And last is weary, which is very tired. I must rest my weary wheels. So those are some words we're going to hear in the story. And The Little Engine That Could is a fantasy. So a fantasy story means it's fiction. So it is fake. But when you have a fantasy story, that means these things could not really happen in real life. Um, so I want you guys to think about ways that you've helped others or ways that people know that you helped them. So how does someone know that you helped them? Or how do you know when someone helps you? Or what are ways that you've helped somebody? So I want you to think about that. I know we've been talking about that a lot in religion, about ways we can help and be more like Jesus. So think about that now. What are some ways that you have helped, and how do people know that you have helped them? So we'll be reading and thinking about giving and getting help. So that's what our story is going to be about a little bit. Um, so what do you guys think is going to happen? Let's make some predictions. I bet it's going to have a train in it, the little engine that could. And I wonder what is going to happen with the train. Well, let's read and find out. Oops, that would be time. Chug a chug a chug, puff, puff, puff. Ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train, for we had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were full of good things for boys and girls. So it is about a train. There were toy animals, giraffes with large necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls, dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing a boy or girl could ever want. So this train has toys. How cool. It is the silliest little clown. And that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, big cheap apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfast, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops, and lollipops for after meal treats. The little train was carrying all these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. Then, all of a sudden, she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried, but her wheels would not turn. What were all those good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? Oh no. So do you guys see the train is kind of alive. So is that something that could happen in real life? And what about the toys? Are toys real? No, that's just make believe. Here comes a shiny new engine, said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. Let us ask him to help us. Okay, I'm back. I had to get Dee Dee, Delilah, because she was being fussy. So now she's sitting and eating a little snack while I read. So, all of the dolls and toys cried out together, please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the shiny new engine snorted, pull you? I'm a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you ever dreamed of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and parlor cars in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out big plain glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not. That train is not very nice, is it? The little engine that could needs help. And the shiny new engine said no. Rude. And off he steamed to the roadhouse where engines live when they are not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, the passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here is another engine coming, a great big strong one. Let us ask him to help us. The little toy clown waved his flag, and the big strong engine came to a stop. Please, oh please, big engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over to the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the big strong engine bellowed. I'm a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I'm a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you. So this one doesn't want to help either. Yeah, you like that story too? And the freight engine puffed off indignantly to the roadhouse. And the little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. Cheer up, cried the little toy clown. The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little. Perhaps he can help us. So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. Please, kind engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. You need help. You move all of her snacks. There you go. Did you get one? There you go. But the rusty old engine sighed. I'm so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot, I cannot, I cannot. And off he rumbled to the roadhouse chugging. I cannot, I cannot, I cannot. So he wasn't able to help either. Then, indeed, the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and toys were ready to cry. Oh, poor guys. Do you guys think anybody's going to be able to help them? Let's see. But the little clown called out, "There's another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she can help us." The very little engine came chugging merry along. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. "What is the matter, my friends?" she asked kindly. "Oh, little blue engine," cried the dolls and toys, "will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help us, little blue engine." Hold on. Do you want to say good morning? Say good morning, friends. You want to sit here while I read? "I'm not very big," said the little blue engine. "They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I have never been over the mountain." "But we must get over the mountain before the children awake," said all the dolls and the toys. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears in the doll's eyes, and she thought of the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain, who would not have any toys or good food unless she helped. Then she said, "I think I can. I think I can. I think I can." And she hitched herself to the little train. She tugged and pulled and tugged, and slowly, slowly, slowly they started off. The toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and toy animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, tug, tug, went the little blue engine. "I think I can. Think I can. I 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 think I can." Up, up, up. Faster and faster and faster and faster the little engine climbed until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Look at her go. Down in the valley lay the city. "Hooray! Hooray!" cried the funny little clown and all the dolls and toys. Because, I'm sorry, the little boys and girls in the city will be happy because you helped us, kind little blue engine. And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say as she puffed steadily down the mountain, "I thought I could. I thought I could. I thought I could. I thought I could. I thought I could." There she goes. So that was a good story. Remember, those other trains said they couldn't help. And then the little train who didn't think she could and said, "I've never done it before," got them where they needed to go. So being kind and helping is something that made a difference, and all those little boys and girls will get their toys and their food that the little train was bringing to their town. All right, guys. I hope you liked our story. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.